I could come up with some subtopics. There you go. We're live. Hello.
Good morning.
Sorry we're late, you guys. We were talking about important things. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very, very important things. Happy Tuesday to everybody. And happy birthday to Michelle Vetter, our administrator extraordinaire of the Facebook Insiders group. She is fantastic. And you would know that if you were a member of the Facebook Insiders. And if you're not, then you just don't even get to know how great Michelle Vetter is. And that's unfortunate for you.
That is true. You're missing out.
Missing out. Mm-hmm. Also, if you have not taken advantage of Genucel's 70% off the most popular package deal that's going on right now through Christmas yet, you are also missing out. That is a huge miss on your part, because if you need to buy gifts for someone in your life that you struggle buying for, skincare is a sure thing, you guys.
It really is.
And with the most popular package being 70% off with free hyaluronic acid correcting serum thrown right in there for free on top of that. I mean, I don't even know what is stopping you from doing this. What is it?
Muck is just hurling skincare at people. She's just hurling it, you guys. Okay?
Hurling right at you.
It's like the best stuff ever.
It really is. And you can check it out. You can check out all their products at genucel.com/chicks, but make sure to do it before Christmas. Because again, I don't think this is going to last long.
Yeah, do it. And also check out our website at chicksontheright.com.
Thank you, Pamela. Pamela says, I would like to give a thank you to our Lori Spallone for putting together our email addresses, birthdays. She is amazing. That's right. Shout out to Lori.
Yes.
Thank you, Pamela, very much for that.
That was very sweet. Thank you.
If you are in Georgia, I hope you have already voted or that you plan to vote today, which just make sure that you're voting today in Georgia, because it is primary day, or not primary, but it's runoff day in Georgia. It's a very important election. I don't have a lot of faith that Herschel is going to win it, but that should not stop anybody. In fact, that should inspire people to get out there and vote.
You don't? You don't have faith?
I do not.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well, there you go. There you have it. There's Debbie Downer over there. Wah, 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 wah.
I know. I feel like I've been so Debbie Downer lately because I just feel in so many ways that we're doomed.
Because she used to be the optimistic one, and now I'm having to be all like Miss Happy Pants over here. You know how hard that is for me?
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to keep it real. I mean, I could pretend that I think everything's great, but I can't do that.
Happy pants don't fit. It's so hard, you guys.
We do have some other. I get the Elizabeth Shue thing a lot. Thank you for whoever said that. I always say that Elizabeth Shue should play me in the biopic of my life, which will obviously never happen.
Yeah.
But if it were to happen, then she would be my choice.
I have no idea. I'm going to play myself. No idea.
We do have some other headlines to get to before we get to videos, and there's actually kind of a lot going on. So I wanted to mention, first of all, that Kirstie Alley, who we all know from such things as Cheers and Look Who's Talking, that whole film, is it a trio? Is it a trio of movies that she did?
A trilogy.
A trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All kinds of things. She was a fairly prominent conservative.
Yeah.
For the last, I don't know, decade or so. And so naturally, because she has unfortunately passed away from a very quick fight with cancer. I don't know what kind, but it was she found out that she had it very, very late. And then it took her really, really quickly. And because she passed away at just the tender age of 71, and because she was a conservative, naturally, the comments about her on Twitter are so gross that I can't even begin to repeat them. Because how dare she have a different view from someone? Because she did, she should basically rot, is essentially liberals' take on that. I mean, It's just like, what?
I really liked her.
I know.
Remember how much of a badass she was on Cheers? She really
she really was. She really was. So that is an unfortunate piece of news. But on the flip side, some good news is that Michael Avenatti has been sentenced to 14 years in prison after he completes the 5-year sentence that he's currently in. So this is great news for everybody except for CPL himself, creepy porn lawyer himself.
How old is he? He's got to be like around our age, right? He's got to be
I
around
think
50.
he's a little younger, but
Is he?
probably within the decade, I would think. Yeah.
Okay. So he'll be in prison until he's an old man,
Mhm.
which is so fantastic.
It
That just
really is.
it brings
Isn't
me
it?
great glee to hear that.
It should. It should.
So that
And
is
then
when I actually put on my happy pants and they
well, he
fit.
also
Mhm.
has to pay, which I don't know how he would, but like he's also been fined $11 million in restitution. So, I mean, good luck,
Well,
CPL.
he stole from a dude that was in a wheelchair, didn't he?
He
Didn't he
stole
do
from all
that?
kinds of people. Like
He's
there's 4 different counts of
Yeah.
fraud and tax and
That
all
was the
kinds of
very
stuff.
least of it, but I mean, he's such a disgusting, horrible human being. He
Yeah.
deserves it, and so it's nice to see that justice was served, at least this one time. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
it's
And I
good
wonder if
news
the
for
ladies
world.
of The View who just, like, fawned all over him will be mentioning this today on their show.
Anna Navarro in particular.
Yeah. They were just like, creepy porn lawyer, I wonder if they'll mention this. Probably not. It'll be silent today, I bet.
Yeah, I don't expect that they're gonna want to talk
Mm-mm.
about this very much
No,
because then
probably.
everybody will remember how much they fawned over him.
Right. Mhm.
And then there's also some news about Donald Trump. That is that he has released a statement clarifying his whole termination of the Constitution statement that we talked about a lot yesterday. So he said to clarify. Here's what he wrote. He said, the fake news is actually trying to convince the American people that I said I wanted to terminate the Constitution. This is simply more disinformation and lies, just like Russia, 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 and all of their other hoaxes and scams. What I said was that when there is massive, widespread fraud and deception, as has been irrefutably proven in the 2020 presidential election, steps must be immediately taken to right the wrong. Only fools would disagree with that and accept stolen elections. MAGA.
Yeah. Did you see that Keith Olbermann was like, "We got him now. We can arrest him for this. We got
my God.
Like,
Arrest him?
like
What
you're
the hell?
such a douche canoe. These people are like, they will not. Yeah, he was like, "We got him. This is the thing that's gonna put him away." I mean, they just. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but I mean, this is like these people are losing their minds over this. I'm just like, oh my God, like let an asteroid just hit the Earth already. All right, I just can't with these people. These people are lunatics. They're total
Well,
lunatics.
there's the people that you would expect to have read his clarification. The people that you would expect to buy it and be like, yeah, of course that's what he meant, are doing just that. And the people that you would expect to be like, I think you're backpedaling because you got caught saying something that maybe you shouldn't have said out loud. The people that you would expect to think that do think that. So nothing has changed between really the original statement and the new statement. Everybody's still like in their camps essentially.
Yeah.
So I hope at a minimum what it has done a little bit, although I don't think he's ever really learned this lesson before, so I don't know why he would now, is that maybe he needs to be a little more careful with how he words things.
Oh my
That's
God.
all.
Trump sent out a provocative tweet? No. Did he do really?
He's never going to learn this lesson,
No.
unfortunately, but maybe this time he will.
I'm shocked and dismayed. Right.
It's really not that shocking. Now there is some here. Okay. And this is where the media is so freaking insane. So a couple other just points about Trump really quick. He is also, I saw it break today on Twitter. He is apparently refusing to provide his DNA to lawyers that are in charge of that whole E. Jean Carroll lawsuit, the rape lawsuit. Remember, we talked about a few weeks ago that she was going to use this new law in New York City that allows victims of assault to come forward years later, right? So before, she wasn't able to sue him for rape or assault because too much time had passed. Well, now this new law allows her to do it. So there's a new court date that's tentatively scheduled for April 23rd. And I don't know if she has like a blue dress kind of deal, but her lawyers are asking for his DNA samples. And so I don't know what
And if
that
she
means.
does, that's kind of gross.
I know. I know.
Like, where does she keep it? In a drawer?
I don't
Is it like in a drawer, like in a kitchen drawer somewhere? Like that's
I don't
just
know.
weird.
And I
But
don't know
okay.
how he can refuse it. Maybe that's just his like initial response is to say, "No, I'm not providing a I don't know how all that's going to work out, but that is moving forward and now there's a tentative court date scheduled. But here's my point about the media is that they are trying to attack him in the most ridiculous way. Like sometimes I feel like, okay, well, when he puts his foot in his own mouth, yeah, it's probably the media is going to comment on that and they're using his words and that's fine. That's one thing. But then I see these headlines where now they're trying to say that I think it was Forbes came out with this new damning report that he did not disclose when he ran for president initially. He didn't disclose a loan that he either made or received from Daewoo, which is a South Korean company, which has like some tie to North Korea in that they're allowed to do some sort of manufacturing in North Korea, or they have some sort of relationship with North Korea. And because of that, this was a loan that took place in like the 90s or the early 2000s. It was paid back years ago. But because he didn't disclose that at the time he ran, now the media is trying to make this a thing. Like they're trying to say, oh, Trump is horrible because of this lack of disclosure about a business loan. And I'm just like, really? You know what I mean? Like,
well,
stop.
they're gonna keep grasping and
Oh
trying
my
and
God.
scrounging and scraping until they can get him on. I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. It's like it's
Some of
just
it just so is, and it's so unnecessary. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Just
this
stop.
is just,
Yeah.
come on. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
It's so
oh my
dumb.
God.
And
So dumb.
people who can think about it and look at this, and we all know on our side, we're just like, this is what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
just they
I mean,
will
when
not
you
stop.
see that, it's like,
Meanwhile, there's Hunter Biden. Meanwhile, there's all the stuff going on with that was suppressed. And
yep.
it's like, seriously? Like we all know what's going on in this country. And it's just awful. It's like it's embarrassing to what our founders wanted. Like our founders are rolling around in their graves just going, this is not what we wanted. This is not this is not what we intended. Like
Yeah.
you guys are screwing this up. So,
And what sucks is that and we've talked about the Olin stay actionale
mhm, right.
many, 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 many times before. And you could be a person who either believes everything that was in Dinesh D'Souza's movie about how some of the fraud and all that took place. You can look at this new Twitter revelation about how the Hunter Biden story was suppressed, and that clearly probably changed people's votes, or would have had it been allowed to stand. It likely could have shifted some of the votes. I don't know, because it's impossible to prove that. But knowing all that, knowing that there was all the hullabaloo around that, knowing that happened, I totally understand how frustrated he is, how frustrated we all are about that. But what realistically can be done? Because I know he keeps talking about just declaring himself the rightful winner or redoing the election. Neither of those things are going to happen. And so I don't know how to rectify it. Like, how do you fix something like this?
It's almost as if
What do
he's
you do?
like, I think like if I were him, I would try to figure out a way to work with the Republican Party and just like go, lack of a better phrase, like just go balls to the wall and just like fight with everything that I have to try to save the way that elections are done. You know what I mean? Like try to transform it, because it's
The
destroyed right
process,
now.
you mean?
The process, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's destroyed right now. Like Carrie Lake was on Tucker last night, and you can tell that she's like, what happened to her was awful
Yeah.
too. I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody knows that things are so messed up and it's not fair. And so there are a lot of people out there who have been screwed in this process.
Mhm.
And so if I were him, I would take that energy and I would compile people, you know what I mean? And I'd fight it. That's what I would
Fight
do.
going forward, or do you
Right, going
or do you
forward.
do what he's saying needs to be done?
No.
Because I don't see
I'd fight
how there's any way
mm-mm.
to do a redo. I
No,
just am not seeing how that would ever happen.
I'd fight going forward, and I would try to figure out a way to help the other people going forward and fix the process, fix
Right.
it. Because I mean, there's strength in numbers, and I would try to, figure out a way to, compile a group of people and fix the process going forward and really fight like this machine that they've got on the other side that is like that is destroying, that really is
Yeah.
destroying our constitutional republic. They're destroying it. And we're kind of allowing it to happen. One man can't do it,
Right.
He's got to, like, there has to be strength in numbers, and we're all bitching about it and moaning and crying about it. But there has to be something that we can do about it. And Lord knows our elected representatives aren't really helping,
That's the problem, is that and so I don't, that's the thing, is that you can read what he's saying about I need to be declared the rightful winner, or we need to redo the election. There's no realistic way that is ever going to happen. And part of that, even redoing an election, this whole idea of redoing it, that isn't something that I don't even know how the process for making that happen would work. Would it have to be some sort of vote in the Congress? Because there's no way there's going to be enough votes.
Right.
And I don't think anything like that has ever been voted on before.
And they're not, and I don't think those people have the guts to do it. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, our elected
representatives. You can't erase history, and there's just no do-overs in this.
Right.
And as much as it was wrong how it happened, I just don't see how you go back and change it.
And I don't think Trump has a lot of friends in
Right.
Congress and in the Senate. He just doesn't. He didn't when he was there. He didn't have a lot of friends. So I think the way to handle it is to just try to get a group of people, and to get, some people on the outside, because he's an outsider. He always has been, to get a group of people to fight it, to start fighting. And, people like us, to fight back and to try to fight from the outside in, rather than get on the inside and fight. Cause he tried that, and they would do nothing but try to destroy him, which is what they did the day he got in there, and what they continue to do.
I mean, with the story, this whole loan thing, I could not roll my eyes hard enough when I read that this morning. I was like, really? This is your reach? And then he's going to fight off this weirdo, this E. Jean Carroll. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I'm impressed by him in many ways, because how he just continues to get up every day and be like,
and fight. Right.
It's
and fight.
Wow. Because damn, he's got a lot going on. Much of it self-inflicted, but some of it, like the loan thing, totally not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way. Can you imagine, like, our business, for example, when we started it in 2009, we didn't know anything about starting a business. We just did, the very basics to incorporate and all that stuff. Can you imagine, like, us trying to do something and just not realizing that there's something that we needed to disclose from 2009?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, we would never know that.
You're absolutely right. Like, we've had to learn so much, you're right. In 14 years, we've had to learn so many things. Yeah. I can't imagine either. Yeah. And that's the thing, it's all just a big scam. Like, they're just trying to destroy the guy. That's all they've tried to do from day one, is just destroy him. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yesterday, the stock market took a big fat nosedive because there's rumors, once again, that interest rates are going to go up, which is bad for lots of reasons, especially if you're looking at trying to get a new mortgage or whatever. But there's one thing that always holds value, no matter what the market is doing, and that is precious metals. So if you are interested in learning, there's no obligation here, but if you're interested in information about how you might diversify your portfolio, whether you've got an existing IRA that maybe you're thinking about converting into precious metals, you could do that. Or if you want to create a new IRA that's focused on precious metals, you can get a really, really comprehensive free information kit from Birch Gold. And all you have to do is text the word chicks to 989898. They're going to send you this super comprehensive kit. It's comprehensive and yet super easy to understand, because I was like, I don't understand how any of that works. And when I got the kit, I read it and I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. And it really is a nice way to make sure that you've got not all eggs in one basket, but that you have a lot of eggs in many, many baskets, which is the key to financial security. So just text chicks to 989898. They're going to send you the free information and you will be good to go. No obligation whatsoever.
And also make sure you check out our socials. chicksontheright.com/links has everything listed there, and it's pink. It's our little link tree. It's our link tree. chicksontheright.com/links.
What was the song that you sang about that yesterday?
Links. I don't know. Was it? chicksontheright.com/links. Is that what it was?
There were 2 words and now I don't remember them. It was like, you're like pink links or so. I don't even remember.
I can't remember. I've slept since then.
We're so old. Anyway.
Years old.
Okay, we have some videos to get to. The first of which relates to the Twitter files. Now, I keep looking, but I don't think that there's been a new dump of information about the Twitter files or a second dump from Elon Musk just yet, or Barry Weiss, who I think is looking over the newest information. But it is obviously starting to get some news coverage, it's about freaking time. And hilariously, you guys, after the White House worked so hard, after the Biden team, campaign team, and then all the way through his presidency, after they've been working so hard to insist that the Hunter Biden laptop was all Russian disinformation. It was a big fat lie created by Russia, just propaganda, nothing to it. Now, the way that they're trying to excuse it is to say that it's old news.
Oh my God. I cannot. I can't. I just can't.
It's a distraction. And it's old news. They never admitted to it when it was new news.
Right.
But now that they can't deny
it's old. It's just
now
old.
It's just old news.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about, they don't care.
Oh my God. You guys, you have to hear it straight from KJP's idiotic mouth.
Leading up to the election, my question was, is it the White House view that these decisions were made appropriately in light of what has come out?
Which decisions? By whom?
By Twitter.
By Twitter on, okay. So look, we see this as an interesting or a coincidence, if I may, that he would so haphazardly, Twitter would so haphazardly push this distraction. That is a full of old news, if you think about it.
Oh my God.
And at the same time, Twitter is facing very real and very serious questions about the rising volume of anger, hate, and anti-Semitism on their platform.
Okay, so they're going to bring up anti-Semitism on the platform. Yeah. And it's like, listen, Hunter boinked these chicks like 3 years ago. It's old news. Like all the crap on this, it's like, this is all just old stuff. He's past it now. He's past it. And so none of this stuff matters. All this illegal stuff that he did, it's like, it doesn't matter to him now. It shouldn't matter to you. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with suppression. It has everything to do with the fact that FBI was involved, and the FBI is now involved in suppressing information for our elections. Like, these entities are now involved in like puppeteering for our elections. That's not okay. Like, how is any of this okay?
And they're trying to reduce it to just, pictures of Hunter's dong, which is absolutely, the whole point is not about the dong, although that was the most entertaining part of the
I know it was actually disgusting, but yeah, it is. Right.
But it's about the fact that he clearly sold access to his father, which puts the nation at a security risk. That's the main problem. And so anything related to Hunter Biden, to his family, to his connections, to the way that he covered for his dad, all of those things matter. The penis thing is just a side. You know what I mean? That's just like a side note.
It's like it's a total side, you guys. It's a side.
Unfortunately, I have seen it and it's not.
It's I don't want to know.
I know.
She makes me watch all of this stuff. I don't want to know. Why do you make me watch it? So gross.
Made you watch it since we were working in the same office building. I just made you remember it.
Feet, and I just can't unsee it. God. So gross. Yeah, I won't eat now for at least 2 hours. So gross. So It's just disgusting.
So gross. Oh
It's
my
all
God.
about suppression, though. Like these, and that's listen. It's all of these entities who help squelch this information. They're all arms of the Democrat Party. We should all be terrified by that.
Yeah.
It's not okay. None of this is okay.
But it's old news. It's
Oh my
old.
God. I mean, the fact that this isn't splashed everywhere, and now that all these other media outlets like the ABCs and the CBSs and the NBCs, MSNBCs, and all these CNNs, all these other people, they're not talking about it. They just don't care. They don't care. It's like totally,
It's because
no
it's
big
old
deal.
news.
And then they have the audacity to lecture you about democracy. Like, bite me.
I know.
You don't
It's
get to
out
talk
of
to me
control.
about that. How dare you? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, and KJP was on a stupidity roll yesterday in her presser, and so there was a one of the reporters, a guy, not Peter, but somebody else, I can't remember his name. He asked her about whether or not Biden was going to visit the border, because apparently today he's in Arizona. He is in a border state, which means he's just a few hours, no matter where he is, he's only a few hours away from the actual border, which is worthy of a visit from him, right?
Yeah.
So she was asked whether or not he was going to make time to go, and here is the first part of what she said.
I just want to ask you, he's going to that chips factory. Any plans in Arizona to go to the border and see for the situation for himself there?
So look, I want to be very clear here.
clear.
The president's trips tomorrow is about the American manufacturing boom. We're seeing all across the country, thanks to, again, his economic policies. Again, more than we have seen in his almost 2-year term. More than 700,000 jobs, manufacturing jobs that have been created just here alone in the United States.
Out of thin air, they just
Right.
they just went poof. They just were created. That's amazing. That's
incredible.
remarkable. Yeah, that's just so cool. But he can't get to the border where he's allowed like 5 million illegals just pour over the border. That's so cool.
Well, and did you notice that she didn't even she was like, let me be very clear, and then talked about a whole other
She
topic.
was not clear at all. There was no clarity there whatsoever. There's never any clarity. It's like as clear as mud, you guys.
Well, so that was not a good enough answer for another reporter. I think it was Jackie Heinrich who did a follow-up, and here it is.
The reason I asked is just because the president had said previously that he hadn't had a lot of time to get to the border. He's going to a border state tomorrow, so you think maybe there would be time there. If there isn't tomorrow, can you say at this point that he...
What I'm saying is tomorrow he's going to actually focus on an issue, a bipartisan issue that was voted in Congress, the CHIPS and Science Act, something that is going to deliver for the people in Arizona, creating jobs and making people's lives better and making sure that we are bringing manufacturing back into the U.S. That is critically important. Now, what I'm saying, the second part of that to your question, if Republicans officials truly want to deal with immigration, they truly want to deal with the border, then they would stop doing political stunts and actually work with us on the plan that we have put forward, which they are not. And that's what we want to make very loud and clear. There's ways to deal with this. Again, they can come and actually do this in a bipartisan way, just like we did with the CHIPS and Science Act.
I'm sorry, I thought you said Chips and Salsa Act. And so, and I was like, we do that down here in Texas. Like we do the Chips and Salsa Act. You can come down here and visit. Okay, so it's the Chips and Science Act. Is that? Okay. So we're pulling stunts now. Republicans are pulling stunts. That's
when Republicans visit the border to see for themselves what's going on, that's a stunt.
Oh, that's a stunt.
That's a stunt.
Right. Okay. God,
and a distraction and old news. It's all
How
of those
do these
things.
people get away with this crap? How do they
It's
do
incredible.
It is incredible. It's remarkable. There's only 2 people in the press room that hold them accountable, and they get one question. It's just remarkable. God. Can't
there's-
stand them.
I know. And I'm not going to, that was it. I promise. I see a lot of people going, no more KJP. No, that was it. I promise. Because we have to talk about this Supreme Court case that's being heard right now about the Colorado graphic designer who did not want to create a wedding website for a gay couple because of her own religious beliefs. But this is not a religious freedom case. It is being presented as a freedom of speech case. And so I've got 2 clips about this to get to. It's being heard right now. The reason for my name today is because Yamiche Alcindor, who I think is MSNBC, one of the MSNBC reporters, she was giving the report about this to another journalist. And she was talking about the fear of the slippery slope that if this Colorado graphic designer wins her case, in other words, if the Supreme Court says, no, you should not have to create a website, that is an artistic expression. You should not have to create art, essentially, use your design skills to create art that is speech that you disagree with. And so I want you to listen to what Yamiche says that this could lead to on a slippery slope. You guys, this is the biggest reach in the history of reaches. Listen.
Civil rights groups who are saying what Lori Smith is really looking for is a license to discriminate. But she's saying as an artist, I want to be able to express myself. And that includes not making websites for same-sex couples that I oppose because I oppose on religious grounds. So this could have consequential consequences rather. One other point, civil rights groups worry that when you look at artistic expression, that could turn into restaurants, that could turn into chefs saying, well, this pasta is part of my artistic expression, and as a result, I don't want to serve Black people on those grounds. So definitely a case to watch here, an important case to listen to as well.
Yamiche Alcindor, glad you're there for us outside.
What? Pasta? What? What is even happening?
This fusilli is part of my artistic expression. That's what.
Oh my God.
That's right. When I whip up some Kraft mac and cheese for my kid, I'm like, this is artistic, man. It's artistic. Seriously, I'm gonna tell Gwen that today. I'm gonna be like, it's just art. Your mama is making art.
This is just
Behold.
the dumbest thing. There's no pasta that is going to express something that goes against a viewpoint.
Well, listen,
you know what I mean? Like
it has consequential consequences.
Consequences for
There
sure.
are consequential consequences, you guys.
Mhm.
Say that 50 times fast today. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
But this is her fear. Now, I did not know about Neil Gorsuch because I do have a clip of his back and forth during the hearing with the Colorado Solicitor General, who, of course, is presenting the case in favor of the gay couple. And so the Solicitor General, and you remember in Colorado, this similar story with the baker, right? The baker was required to make a cake for a gay couple and all that stuff. And now that baker had to go through training to understand Colorado laws about discrimination. And so Justice Gorsuch had a back and forth. Justice Gorsuch, you guys, has a radio voice.
Does he?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to hear it. And I was like, wow, I did not know that about Neil Gorsuch.
Mark's got the hot spots for Neil. Let's all just take a moment. Mark's having a thing. Like you're gonna have to get a cutout of Neil Gorsuch behind you.
I just really like his voice, you guys.
Oh.
And so anyway, I love this back and forth because the Solicitor General is being ridiculous. Neil Gorsuch is saying, so what you're saying is you sent that guy to a re-education camp. And so you'll hear this back and forth. Listen.
You can't change their religious belief, right?
No, but
and you protect religious beliefs under the statute, right? That is one of the protected characteristics, in theory.
And in practice. If it wasn't in practice, we had heard about it over the past several years, and my friend has pointed to no example where this has been applied.
Mr. Phillips did go through a re-education training program pursuant to Colorado law, did he not, Mr. Olson?
He went through a process that ensured he was familiar with...
It was a re-education program, right?
It was not a re-education program.
What do you call it?
It was a process to make sure he was familiar with Colorado law.
Someone might be excused for calling that a re-education.
I strongly
program.
disagree, Justice Gorsuch.
Thank you, Mr. Olson.
Yeah, Eric Olson does not have a radio voice.
No, my God, he has so much fry.
Yeah,
So much fry.
and it's like I kind of want to stab myself in the ears when I listen to him. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
But tell me that Neil's voice was not super awesome.
Neil's was kind of buttery. I kind of wanted to curl up with the,
That's what I'm saying.
Let's just say I just wanted to curl up next to a fire with it. It was nice.
I mean,
it was nice.
It was nice.
It was nice, Neil. We liked it.
It was very, very nice. Okay, I'm trying to keep watch on time. Oh crap, we have so many more things to get
listen,
to.
as long as I'm done by 5, as long as I'm done by 5 after. So we just need to like start pummeling through. Let's start motoring. Let's do it. Come on, we
Okay.
can do
All
this.
right. You have a choice then, because I don't think we can get to all of these. We've got Bibi, we've got Kennedy, we've got Kanye.
Let's do Bibi and Kanye. Let's go.
All right. Here's Bibi being asked about whether or not he would like to see Trump be president again and his masterful way of handling this question.
Would you like to see Donald
I don't
Trump
give
as
passes
president
to
again?
anyone on this one.
Would you like to see Donald Trump as president again?
Oh God, I've had enough of my politics. I've just gone through 4 of our elections. You want me to get into your elections? Keep me out of it.
Would you like to see him as American president, though? Is that good for Israel in your mind?
Well, let me say that I'll deal with anyone who's elected president, those that I worked with in the past, and anyone new who comes to the plate, because of the bond between Israel and America. And this is not a shibboleth. This is not just a saying. It really is a bond of peoples, and it's a civilizational bond, and it's strong. I'll deal with anyone, and I certainly will not step on that. That landmine that you just put before me, Chuck. Come on, I've been in this business long enough, and so have you. Keep trying.
Fair enough, and I appreciate you asking me to keep trying.
Oh my God. I cannot believe he's not butter, right?
Right? Oh,
God,
I just
his
love him.
voice is just so beautiful. and
Buttery.
So buttery.
So
yeah.
buttery.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some people saying no Kanye.
Okay, well
And-
then we don't have to do Kanye.
Yeah. In fact, I'll just tell you quickly that there was another interview that he just did where now he's telling Jewish people that they just need to forgive Hitler. So
Yeah.
that's the latest.
That's it.
Subject
And he
you
had
to
the
it.
thing. He still had the thing on his head.
Yeah.
My take on that is he has enough money where he can be medicated. There's no there's no reason, and I'm being completely serious. There's no reason that guy shouldn't be on medication at this point. There's no reason.
Yeah. Except that he just doesn't believe that he is crazy.
Yeah.
He
Well,
doesn't
he's crazy.
He's crazy.
Go on medication.
So do you want me to play Kennedy?
Play Kennedy because I love him.
Because Senator Kennedy was stumping for Herschel Walker yesterday, and he's just so, you know how he is. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Like
God, he's so
everything he
Kennedy.
says is just the best thing ever.
Right.
So I just wanted to share this little clip of him.
Woke, high IQ, stupid people. They're easy to recognize. They hate George Washington. They hate Thomas Jefferson. They hate Dr. Zeus, and they hate Mr. Potato Head. These woke, high IQ, stupid people, they walk around with Ziploc bags of kale that they can eat to give them energy. Now, if you want to eat kale, that's up to you. I don't eat kale. You know why? Because kale tastes to me like I'd rather be fat. And
I just
That's
love
so
him.
true. That is very true. I mean, seriously, you know who made kale like all popular was Michelle Obama. Remember?
Yes. Oh my God,
She,
I had
like-
never even heard of it before her.
I know, right? And then she was like, everybody's got to plant kale. Everybody's got to eat kale. Kale
And
kale,
arugula.
kale. We got to put it in the schools. Then we got to make school lunches all crappy. And then like kale. Yeah. No to the kale. No to the kale.
Just say
Have
no.
a
Just be
donut.
fat.
Just have a freaking donut.
All right, it is time for some whack, and whack is actually saved in My Pillow Talks.
You
So I
guys.
will show it from there.
Okay, I was going to do something else for whack. I had 2 other whack stories today. And then this came up last night and I was like, listen, I have to show this because this is so the difference between mock and me. Okay. The other day, my husband and I were driving down the road here in rural Texas and we saw a raccoon just strutting down the road. It was just
on
a raccoon.
2 feet?
No, he wasn't on 2.
Because you made it look like he was strutting. And I was like, no way was he up and down. You know how they do? They stand up and they do the thing?
Yes, Mock, he was singing Staying Alive. He was doing that. So I remember remarking to my husband, that raccoon is rabid because it's like middle of the day. I would not go near that raccoon because it was probably, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the thing during the middle of the day. Like if you see a raccoon like that, they're probably rabid, which brings me to this video of this raccoon attacking this girl like on her front doorstep. You guys may have seen this. It was on Fox last night. I think somebody on the 5 played it. I think somebody did. Dana Perino may have played it or something. Anyways, a young girl is attacked by a raccoon and her mother saves her. And I swear I am this mother. Like I am this mother. I'm sure some of you guys.
Now, did the little girl?
It's not even a little girl. It's like it looks like a high school college age girl.
Oh wow.
She's
okay, so
freaking out.
Did the raccoon like literally just because I don't know how the raccoon made contact with her is the piece of the puzzle. I don't know.
I think it just attacked her for some reason.
Like out of nowhere?
I think out of nowhere. It's not like, but for you would have been like, oh no.
Yeah, I would have been like, who needs a hug?
And then it would have been like Elf, where it attacks your face and it would have latched on and you would have been like, oh my God. And that's what yeah. And then chaos would have ensued. That's what have.
Okay. Are you guys ready to see this? You guys ready?
They say she was a little girl, but she doesn't look little to me. Maybe she is little.
She looks pretty little.
Is she little? Okay, she is little.
Oh, yeah, that thing came out of nowhere.
I'm wrong. She's little.
Here's Mama. And how does she have it?
Oh, she just picks it up by the scruff of its neck, which is exactly what you should do. And she shows it to her neighbor, which this mom is. I love this mom. It's how you. This is how you do. And look at her.
Whoosh!
No,
I shouldn't even.
Get down. Everybody get down. I'm going to chuck it in the yard. That's how you do. God. I mean,
the chucking is actually really funny.
This is the thing. You cannot trust raccoons, Mock. You can't.
Well, you can't trust all of them, but that's just like people.
They're little trash animals, you know? They want to attack your trash and you. Yeah, they're little trash pandas. Anyways, I'm sorry. I thought it was like an older girl, like a high school girl. I saw it kind of from the back yesterday. But yeah, anyways, it was a little girl. I say little, probably around Gwen's age. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 would still pet. I would still pet it.
Really?
Because then I'd feel bad. Like, you chuck it in the yard and then you'd be like, oh, man. He can't help it if he's not feeling well.
Somebody said it might not be rabid. That was rabid. That was a rabid raccoon. Oh, my God. In fact, when I watched that with my daughter yesterday, and I was like, I hope that little girl is not going to need shots. I feel terrible for that little girl, most of all. I feel terrible because that's a series of shots and everything. Yeah.
And they hurt. Apparently they hurt.
Yeah, they hurt.
Yeah, I heard that.
You crazy.
Now, you guys remember that gay, the regular gay? I showed a video of his like last week, I think, of a regular gay who is just like sick and tired of the alphabet squad, super sick and tired of being lumped in with all the crazy.
Yeah, he was
so
funny.
he is weighing, he's super funny. And he's weighing in on this whole Supreme Court case. What cracks me up about that is that there was a disclaimer put on his video that says, if you can't read it, it says, participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt. And he's talking about the Supreme Court case. So why it has this disclaimer, I have no idea, but here he is.
I wanted to jump on here real quick. I had to pull over before I get on the 10. So there's a website designer in Colorado who's being sued because she is declining to create a website for a gay couple and their wedding. And she's being sued, and I'm really having a hard time with this because I want to know, why is it that the gay couple's rights trump the rights of the individual that owns a business? It's a private business. It's not a corporation. So she's an artist. They're commissioning her work. And if she doesn't, I mean, what happened to her religious freedom? She doesn't have to do that. They're going to force her to do that. And what kind of bully are you? This is why people don't like us. Find somebody else. Get someone else to do the damn website. Fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with everybody? It's ridiculous. The fuck?
I really love him.
No,
I
do too. I really do too. And he's absolutely right. Like this, can you imagine that people, artists, in her case, designers, are going to be compelled to give art
and good art?
I mean, what
and
in
to
the
create
world?
and to create something good, you know, because like you're forcing somebody to do art. You think that you're going to get good art out of them? Like, who are you? Like, what is wrong
They're
with
bullies.
you?
They are alphabet bullies.
Yeah, you are a
are.
bully. Yeah.
Yep. This page has become unresponsive. Hang
Well,
on.
that's weird.
That's not okay. Let me refresh that because that can't happen on our TikToks. Is it refreshing?
It's China. You guys, it's China.
Oh no.
Oh, do we have to bring it in? I mean, I have to go in 1 minute anyway.
Really? I hate that would be the only talk that you guys would get for today, but we're on a time crunch today.
I can do a dance or something for you guys at the end.
Listen, and I feel extra bad because there is no show tomorrow, you guys. There's no show tomorrow.
There isn't a show tomorrow because I'm traveling.
But she's going to be here, not with me on Thursday, but on Friday, she'll be here with me in this room.
I'll be in the same city as Mock on Thursday. And then on Friday, I'm going to be right there next to her in front of DeSantis, and I'll be cradling.
No, he's not here right now. He's been taken down because of Christmas.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be cradling whatever is that furry thing is behind her.
Oh yeah, you'll like this. This is
I'll be cradling
Christmas deer.
That weird Christmas deer. I'll be cradling that in my arms on Friday. So bizarre, but I'll be doing that.
Yeah, she'll be here.
Yeah,
but no show tomorrow. So just please make a note of it. No show tomorrow.
I'll be there, but no show tomorrow. Everybody sleep in just a little bit. And then we will see you on Thursday. I'll be in a hotel on Thursday. And then I will see everybody. We'll be together. We'll be together on Friday. We love it when we're together. Yay! We love that. And maybe we'll have an extra special longer show on Friday.
Ooh, we should. We absolutely should.
It'll be an extravaganza-thon. We'll have an extra special show. So we'll do that. You guys, thank you for the safe travels wishes. And you guys bring it in. We'll bring it in. Yes, I'll be traveling a lot tomorrow because we live in the country and we have to drive like to another city to get to an airport. It's a big to do. It's always a big to do when I travel. Sorry. So thank you. And we will talk to you on Thursday, guys. Bye. Everybody.